we were standing on top of a hilltop right near the border where the what we call the Kamala wall is set up. It's a spot where the Trump wall was supposed to go straight through. And right now you have a wall from the 1930s that's there that's been ripped apart and stuff. So there essentially is no barrier at this point. This is a known hot spot. We'll let Anthony tell about that here in just a second, because this man has been spending time at the border here for 11 months now, investigating every nook and cranny that we've seen so far. But we ended up spotting over the distance, we saw 25, 30 illegals about to cross into the United States right as the sun was going down, and we began trying to mobilize to chase him. We were live on the space. I ended up running way over the hill and chased the Mexican National Guard, which was more worried about me than they were the illegals crossing over the border.
And now, Nick, didn't you say they were on our side? Didn't you say that they were trying to speak to you, but they were on the American side because you had your GPS on?
Yeah, they were at least probably 200 yards into the American side of the border, telling me to go away. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere, man. They couldn't speak with me, but I'm like, Americano, and then I started following
See,
them.
Nick, we've taught you well. I told you, you don't back down. You're a reporter. You stand your ground. And see, you didn't get hurt. All right, I want to switch to Anthony real quick. So Nick did the legwork of going out, trying to make contact. And then I saw on this space, these 21 people made up of men, women, and children came up to you guys' location. You were gracious enough. You gave them water. You spoke with them. Anthony, you've seen this time and time again for the nearly year you've been reporting on this. Talk to me about where those folks were from and how the heck they got there and where were they going?
So some of them were from Honduras, Colombia, and Mexico. And they were actually going into LA, California, Ohio, and I don't recall the other one. But they were going to San Diego. She said San Diego.
Oh, yeah. I heard him say San Diego, LA, and Idaho. Yeah, all three different. So it was like three families combined. And I know you had asked them, because I asked you on the space, make sure those kids belong to those people. And it appeared that those were their kids. This wasn't a situation of the coyotes and cartel bringing in kids they had trafficked, even though we know that happens every day.
They flew out of Colombia into Mexico, into the city of Mexico. And from the city of Mexico, they flew into Tijuana. And then from Tijuana, they stayed there a few days. And then they got driven down or got a ride down to the immediate area, as it is there's a busy highway right south of the border. And so it makes a quick access point for them, especially if they just follow an abandoned train track that is completely cleared out for them just to follow into the U.S.
Yeah, because they looked really clean. They had nice shoes. The kid had braces. They had backpacks and clean clothes. So they only had to walk a few miles, literally from the border near Tijuana into San Diego. And then they were hoping to what? Get picked up and go to their destinations? I know you guys said there was some cars approaching that turned around. So most likely those were their pickups.
So it's very common in that area, and as you witnessed while we were out there during the live, the Border Patrol takes forever to arrive in such an isolated area, and we were actually on the lookout as well, because we did hear other vehicles that did not appear to sound like Border Patrol vehicles, as Border Patrol vehicles are much more tuned. It sounded like off-road vehicles approaching us.
If these were cartel members, if they were, smuggling, if this was a human trafficking ring that was crossing into the United States, they would have had so much time to disappear.
Right.
And nobody apparently would have even noticed
Nick,
them.
what if it was a terrorist with a dirty bomb in a suitcase? Right.
We would have no idea. Absolutely no idea.
What if it was a terrorist? They walked right in.
They walked right in. There's no obstruction at all.